You can't be creative. I'm sorry to break it to you, but this is simply not true. Creativity isn't some magical fairy dust that only certain people have access to. Creativity is a skill that anyone can learn, and everyone has the potential to do. It's just about knowing how to tap into your creativity and how to make it work for you. But the good news is that today I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that, because I too was once in your shoes. I used to think that I wasn't creative. I felt intimidated by all these other, more experienced creators out there who seemed so much better than me. It didn't help that I didn't go to any fancy art schools and didn't have any relatives who were creatives either. But I really wanted to change things for myself, and I knew that it was possible if I could figure out how. It took me years, but eventually I uncovered a simple formula that allowed me to overcome my own mental blocks and become a creative powerhouse. And now, I want to teach you that exact same formula so that you too can stop struggling with your own creativity and start creating amazing content that will blow your audience away. So let's dive right in. Step 1, soak up all the ideas around you. Now, the first step to learning how to be creative is to realize that creativity doesn't come from nothing. Creativity comes from taking existing ideas and combining them in new and innovative ways. What this means is that you need to constantly be soaking up new ideas from your surroundings. You need to be able to recognize when two seemingly unrelated ideas can actually work together in harmony. This is what we call idea stacking. The best way to become an idea stacking machine is to immerse yourself in different fields and absorb as much knowledge as possible. Try reading books from different genres, watch documentaries about topics you know nothing about. Have conversations with people from various industries, go to events and meetups and talk to as many people as you can. Attend workshops and classes, travel to new places, and experience new things. Basically, don't limit yourself to one small echo chamber of information. Instead, expand your horizons and see what's out there. The more ideas you expose yourself to, the more likely you are to have a breakthrough moment. And you never know where that next big idea might come from. Remember, creativity comes from connecting ideas in unexpected ways. So the more ideas you have in your pool to draw from, the better off you'll be. Step 2, write everything down. Okay, so you've soaked up all these amazing ideas from your surroundings. Now what? Well, it's time to put pen to paper and start writing everything down. That's right. We're talking about keeping a journal or an idea log. This is going to be your personal stash of inspiration that you can refer back to when you're feeling stuck. It doesn't matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert, everyone should keep an idea log. It's a great way to capture all those fleeting moments of brilliance before they slip through your fingers. Plus, it's an easy way to track your progress and see how far you've come on your creative journey. Don't worry about organizing it or making it look pretty. Just grab a notebook and start jotting down ideas as they come to you. Even if you feel like the ideas aren't fully formed yet, still write them down. You can always go back later and flesh them out more. And remember, don't censor yourself here. Let your thoughts flow onto the page without judgment. This is your safe space to explore your creativity, and there's no room for criticism here. So let your imagination run wild. And hey, if you prefer digital over analog, that's cool too. Use an app or a document to keep track of your ideas. Just make sure you have a system in place that works for you and that you're consistent with it. Think of it like this. Every time you have an idea, no matter how big or small, write it down. Then, when you're stuck and need some inspiration, you can open up your idea log and browse through all the amazing ideas you've been collecting. Who knows, you might just find something that sparks a whole new creative journey for you. Step 3, find the connections. Now that you've absorbed tons of new ideas and written them down, it's time to get really creative and start finding the connections between them. This is where the magic happens. This is where you take two seemingly unrelated ideas and combine them in a way that no one has ever thought of before. And yes, this is easier said than done. Finding these connections takes practice and a willingness to think outside the box. But trust me, it's worth it. The payoffs can be huge. Here's a real-life example. Say you're in the kitchen and you notice that your toothbrush holder is empty. It's time to buy a new one, you think to yourself. So you head over to the store and start browsing the selection. And then suddenly, eureka, you realize that the toothbrush holder is actually a lot like a bagless vacuum cleaner. Both have a cyclone design that helps separate dirt from water. Suddenly, you're no longer just buying a toothbrush holder, you're buying a revolutionary new product that will change the way vacuums work forever. Welcome to the world of James Dyson, the man behind the bagless vacuum cleaner. He's often credited with being one of the most creative problem solvers of our time. And his invention is a prime example of what can happen when you start making connections between seemingly unrelated objects. Of course, it's not as easy as just saying, hey, that thing looks kind of like this other thing. There's a lot more that goes into it. Dyson spent years developing his bagless vacuum cleaner, and he had to overcome countless obstacles along the way. But the point here is that he was able to come up with such an innovative solution because he was willing to look at everyday objects in a new light. He saw a toothbrush holder and imagined what it would be like if it could also double as a vacuum cleaner. It might sound crazy, but that's where creativity lives, in the realm of the seemingly impossible. So when you're trying to come up with your own creative ideas, remember Dyson and his toothbrush holder. Be open to the possibilities that exist when you start making connections between seemingly unrelated things. You never know what kind of revolutionary ideas might just come to life. And there you have it, folks. The secret formula to becoming creative is nothing more than soaking up tons of ideas, writing them down, and finding the connections between them. Now, I know it might seem simple, but trust me, it works like a charm. Just remember to keep an open mind, be curious, and never stop exploring the endless possibilities that exist in the world around you. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What are some of the ways that you stay creative? Do you have any tips or tricks that have worked for you? And most importantly, what are some of the problems that you're currently facing that you'd like some help with? Remember, you're awesome, and I appreciate you for watching. Now, go out there and change the world.